Pretty much just like you said, getting to the line. I feel like I got to the line. I got to the line really often, and that's what got me going. And maybe that's one thing I should be doing. Every single game, trying to get to the line. So I feel like it worked out pretty well for me.
Is that something Rick's been working with you on, driving the basket, trying to draw that contact? That's unusual for a rookie to be so good.
For sure, for sure. Me and Rick been working all summer. We had a lot of sessions where we watched film, and he talked about some things I could do in the game, such as going to the paint, trying to get fouled, and he told me how strong I was. I didn't really realize how strong I was until I got in the real game.
With the amount you were attacking the basket tonight, was that, you kind of touched on this, but was that anything you saw from the Knicks, or was that just you, the decision you made to attack?
For sure. I mean, I watched the last game. I watched the last game today. I saw how they were guarding me and what were the lanes I could try to attack. The paint, and I felt like it really helped me watching the game before playing the actual game, seeing how they were going to guard me to execute. When I play the game.
How was it being out there in the last 3 minutes? You had practice, and then the first two preseason games weren't that close. How was it being in a close game, being able to finish like that?
Oh, it was good. The fans were really hyped up. It's preseason, but it counts as a game for me. So I felt like it was pretty amazing. Our first game in the stadium. It was a dub, and I'm pretty excited for the next game.
Was that a feeling you had kind of missed? I don't know how long it was since you played the game, counts on the scoreboard, it came down to the last couple minutes like this. Was that?
Can you say it one more time? Say it.
Yeah, I was saying, was that kind of a familiar feeling for you? Is that a feeling you had missed being in a game coming down to the wire like that?
For sure, for sure. My last real game before that, was at Arizona. Summer league, but it was Arizona. I remember the feelings we had on that court, and Gainbridge is bigger than McKell Center, so it was for sure fun having the crowd out here.
And what was that moment like after the dunk, where you kind of really soaked it in with everybody?
It felt great. The last couple weeks, I've been heavy on my legs, lifting, and it felt pretty good, just going out there and showing, I still got bounds. So it was for sure fun, just getting the crowd really hyped up, and basically just getting the crowd to know me.
What do you think about Andrew, not only tonight, but this entire preseason? He's been one that a lot of people have singled out.
Oh, he's been great. He's been working. Every time I come back in the gym at night, he's there with me. He's working, but he also a leader. I feel like that's what really makes him a great teammate. He's a leader, and he wants to learn, and I'm really glad he's on the team.
You said earlier that when you were watching film, you said there was something about the way the Knicks were defending you that realized you could get to the basketball. What was it specifically that you thought, oh, I can get past this guy or do this to get to the basketball?
Basically, I won't reveal all my tricks, because I want to use it for next game. But I just realized when I was coming out of screen, they were already there, and then they were going back. So I just a little hesitation, and then just going to the paint.
Yeah, I don't think like a minute or two, kind of like based on winning the game. Really, we're just trying to get better at this point during the preseason. So I knew I'd get minutes. I just tried to stay ready, honestly.
What are you happier with after a game like that? You have 15 points and 9 assists. I know you enjoy passing, but what do you feel better about when you look at that box score?
I just feel good about how the team was as a group. I think we're really together throughout the game. Kind of down that first half, we're kind of playing a little soft, and we brought that defensive energy, and it kind of led to our offense in that second half.
What do you feel like clicked for you specifically in this game compared to maybe the first two you played?
I think I just stayed aggressive. Missed a couple shots going forward, like at the beginning of the game, and then just kept staying aggressive. A lot of guys on the bench telling me to keep hunting my shot, keep staying aggressive. So I think that was the main thing. I got some more minutes tonight too as well.
What does it mean to you to have a game like this the same night? The guy drafted the same night as you, Bennedict Mathurin, also has a huge game.
It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. I mean, I'm a big fan of Ben. We were close from just being from Canada, everything, and I know he has a lot of potential, a lot of swagger in his game. So, super happy about that. And then just for myself, it's a good confidence booster going into the season. I want to build on it and be more consistent, be a player that they can rely on in the game.
Do you feel like you got anything out of playing the end of this game, playing in a close game for the first time in your NBA career?
I played in a lot of close games growing up, so I think that close game environment I'm very used to. So I wouldn't say that was anything different tonight.
How long do you feel like it takes to learn tendencies and all of that?
I don't know a set day, a set time to how long, how fast that comes or not, but I think just grinding in the practice gym, getting to know guys on and off the court, watching the film is big, but just more reps will get that comfortability coming.
Is there anything you felt you learned from the first game against New York that you were able to use tonight?
Yeah, I think just the physicality and the way they guard. I kind of got myself in trouble, kind of playing with the ball in the paint. I think I kind of adjusted to that a little bit, especially in the second half, though.
How did you play differently with those adjustments?
Just knowing when to kind of put a guy on my back, slow it down instead of kind of speeding up, and that's all part about being a rookie. Just letting the game slow down for you.
Well, our younger guys really experienced some growth opportunity tonight. You know, when they went in the first/second quarter, it didn't go particularly well. I didn't think our level of presence or our level of fight was where it needed to be, and the score reflected it. And you know, in the second half, they really redeemed themselves just from a competitive standpoint, and I think it learned a lot about what it's going to take for us to win games. So, you know, Nembhard was great, cool under pressure, big shots, great feel. You know, Mathurin gets the ball in the hole and does it in an efficient way. You know, we played Terry Taylor at some three tonight. I thought he did well, held up well, helped our defense. O'Shea did a good job, particularly down the stretch. And then, you know, Goga really made a couple shots, won the game for us. You know, and had I think 2 blocks and played huge. So great to see those guys have the opportunity to step up and, you know, have a second chance in a game like that. And I think they got better.
First of all, how's Jalen after that spill? I saw him play.
He's okay. It looked like his wrist, and then it turned out it was something to do with his pinky finger that was, you know, had to do with a previous injury, and then he felt better and wanted to go back in, but it just didn't feel right, you know. And the other group was kind of into it, and you know, he had kind of sat for a few minutes, so just decided to hold him out. But I will say this, that his effort in the game tonight was night and day from what it was in the game in New York. You know, his disposition, his level of force, you know, in the first half he was all over the place. And, you know, that's what we need from him, and that's what he needs to do to get to the next level as a young player that aspires to be special.
How impressed are you by Bennedict Mathurin's ability to get all the way to the rim and drop contact already at such an inexperienced time?
He's got a really great knack for a young player of finding the cracks in the defense and then being able to get in there and avoid charges, get contact, and in many cases finish. You know, it's something. It's a craft that, you know, a lot of players, you know, it takes years, and you know, every once in a while there's a young player that comes out of college whose game is much more suited to the NBA than college, and I think Ben might be one of those guys. And he had great coaching in college and was Player of the Year in the Pac-12. So you know, Tommy did a great job with him, but it's unique for a guy at this stage to have that feel.
Andrew, of course, had the big numbers. What did you see from him in terms of reading the game, finding his spots that he did better than the first 2 games he played?
He's got an old school feel for the game. He's unafraid, and he's cool under pressure. And you know, the shot making was as impressive as the floor game, if you really think about it. I mean, the three hit at the right top. That was, I think we were down 6 or 8 at the time. Then he hit a couple of mid-rangers that were big ones, you know, when he and Goga were playing in the mid-pick and roll. So, and his passing and his awareness, you know, the transition pass, I think it was to Isaiah for the dunk or the lay-in or whatever. I mean, that's just, you know, you can't teach that stuff.
With give those young guys experience closing a game, playing a tight game like this?
Sure. Yeah. You know, it's you got to turn everything in training camp into an opportunity. You know, and playing New York 2 consecutive games is a great opportunity for a young team that right now people don't view as a physical team, but in the second half we showed that we can be physical, and so there were some real positives that come out of it.